Are you tired of getting a flat root with 70S2? On today's video, we will talk about 70S2 TIG welding. I'll show you two of my techniques that I teach my students on how to bead with 70S2. Now, for those of y'all who don't know me, my name is Rico. I have a welding school located out here in Houston, Texas at 6501 Navigation Road. If you're looking for a welding school, you should come check me out. What makes me different than most welding schools is that we only do 5 students per teacher, so you get a lot of one-on-one time with us. We want to make sure that you're being tight, you're keeping up with the rest of the group. On today's video, we'll be using the SnakeBelly Tig Rig, 250 300 amp Tig Rig. What makes this different is that it has an insulated neck that allows you to grab it and stops it from overheating, so you can easily bead a root by just grabbing it from right here. Another thing about it is that it's 15 foot long and it's made of one hose, so if you weld and you accidentally step on the hose, it's not going to cut the gas off. You can keep on welding. I'm not a big fan of having 2 hoses. I have my reasons. I prefer 1 hose is the way to go. Before we get today's video started, I want to give a major shout out to our sponsor for this video, which is Wall. I'm currently wearing one of their shirts, and this is the long sleeve I decided to go with. I'm very happy with the shirt. It fits real comfortable. It's not too baggy, but not too tight on you either. I like how it sits on my arms. Feels really good. Very soft on the inside. Very durable. One of my favorite things about it is that it has mesh on the inside, which makes it very breathable through your skin. Especially in Texas, guys, it gets very hot down here. And when you go to these job sites, most of the time you need to have a long sleeve on you. Another thing that they send me is these pants. What makes these pants different than what I have at the house is that they're actually stretched. So if you're a bigger guy, maybe with a belly, these pants might be better for you. I'm currently wearing a size 34. They have elastic on the inside, so you have a lot of room. They are also very heavy duty. They are triple stitched throughout the pants, and they're double patched on the knees. Now, if you're interested in walls, I'll have a link in the description box below so you can check them out. When it comes to welding TIG, flux core, TIG 6010, prep is very crucial, guys. Whenever you do TIG, make sure you clean the outside. It needs to be nice and shiny. It needs to look like stainless. The inside also needs to be cleaned. Do a better job than I did. The first thing we're gonna do, guys, we're gonna do 3G, then we're gonna do some 6G. I'm gonna show you 2 techniques that you can use when it comes to TIG welding. Now, the most obvious one is to lay that wire in the middle and just bead. I decided to do this video today because I actually have one of my students who was struggling with 70S2. 70S6, he has it down. For those of you who don't know, 70S6 is a lot easier. It has less silicone. It just beads right. 70S2 requires a different amount of skill. You actually need to feed a little more. It has more silicone. It welds uglier. I kind of find that stainless steel 316 and 308 weld way better than 70S2. I'm gonna try my best to give y'all the best arc shots and try to explain the best I can on how to do these 2 techniques that I'm gonna show you today. I don't have nobody helping me out, so I'll have to get creative and trying to get a good arc shot for y'all. Okay, guys, so first we're gonna do the horizontal weld. I have 2 tacks, one here and one in the back. As you can see, I have a pretty good gap. My tacks look very good, not too heavy and not too under. So what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna go ahead and show you a technique. I'm gonna bead coming this way. Once again, I'm gonna show you 2 different techniques that you could use that could probably help you. This is one of the easiest ways to learn back feeding, guys. If you're trying to become a pipe welder, make sure you know how to back feed. When you go to the field, you basically back feed everything. Lay wire is cool, but when you get to the field, guys, back feeding is gonna be the #1 process that you. This is the view that you're gonna have whenever you do these type of welds. Your eyes need to be inside the pipe. Your rod's gonna be in the back, and your TIG rig's gonna be on this side. So you're gonna be back feeding, looking through the gap. Okay, guys. So first thing you're gonna do is gonna heat that tack up. Heat it up. I usually like to start a little bit over a quarter back. Just take my time, and you'll see that tack get real watery. Once it gets watery, what you want to do is add the wire, and all you gotta do now is follow the tungsten up, down, up. All you gotta do is follow. I'm actually running 100 amps now. Follow my rod with my tungsten watch. I'm going up, down, but as I'm going up and down, I'm also feeding the wire inside the puddle. With 70S2, you have to feed it just a little bit more than 70S6. So watch, down, up. It's gonna up. The camera's in my way right now. Hold up. Okay, here it goes. Down, up. Just follow that tungsten. Push that wire in there. The technique, the camera was kind of in my way, so I really couldn't back feed the way I want. But as y'all can see, I have a nice bead in there. It's not flat, looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and do some dry runs for y'all. So all I'm doing is following the tungsten up and down, and what that does is that avoids me from getting that flat root, and it allows me to do a bead, kind of like when you do a bridge tack, but you're doing it inside, so you're just following that tungsten. That also works really good when you have a big gap. That's another method that you can use. So that's one, guys. So for the second method, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm just having my wire right here so I can demonstrate. So for the last one that we did, we were just going up, down, following the tungsten. For this one, all we're going to do is set the wire. The wire base, this is not going to be in the middle. It's going to be a little bit higher. It's not going to be in the middle, but a little bit higher. So all I'm going to be doing is just pushing wire, letting that puddle build down. So the gravity is going to help me bring that excess layer of metal that I'm pushing down, and it avoids you from having to move. So this might be a better technique for you. It all depends on your style. Okay guys, so for the next one, as you can see, I added a little piece of tape on there so you can see how much I'm pushing inside, so I could get an idea. I'm trying to angle this right because the camera keeps on getting in my way. Okay, here it goes. I'm gonna go do the same thing, heat it up right before I get to the end of my tack. It's gonna get real watery, so I'm gonna add wire. Push, down. Push, down. Push, down. Notice the wire stays on top. Push, down. Push, down. Push, down. Push, down. Push, down. Push, down. And there you have it. That's the other technique. As you can see, same thing. As long as you're not under, got about 332 bead in here. As you can see, the root's in there, not flat. We got about 332, perfect. Looks real good. Very easy. Now we got 6G. I wanted to do in 6G simply because whenever we do test, it's going to be in a 6G position. I'm going to do the same technique, same thing. Amps. So I'm running all the way from 90 to 110 amps, depending on your gap and depending on how fast you can run. I think 100 will be a sweet spot if you kind of unsure. Start at 100 and kind of mess with it. If it's too watery and it just keeps falling, you're too hot. If you find like it's hard to push wire in there because it's not burning it, you're too cold. Whenever you do TIG, guys, you need to have a sharp tungsten. So I want to show y'all the new method that I've been using to sharpen my tungsten. This is a tungsten sharpener. I posted this on TikTok, and a lot of people saying you're not supposed to sharpen your tungsten like that. It's supposed to be like this, like that. I'm not gonna say it doesn't matter, but I don't find no difference. You know, I know they're saying that's the right way. To me, as long as it's long and sharp, that's how it works. You simply grab your tungsten, slide it in here, lock it in place, grab your grinder. And what happens, it spins with the grinder because it got bearings in here. And hopefully my camera can see it, but look how sharp. I don't think my camera is going to be able to pick it up. But it's very sharp. It works really good. The back cap is removable, and you can actually store some more tungsten. Okay guys, so I'm about to get ready to run this route. I just want to show you how I place my rod. My rod goes on the top one. I usually just lay it on the tack, and on side the bevel, looking inside the pipe like this, and I'm bringing it to me. And what I'm doing is, as I'm welding, I'm looking inside the pipe to see how much metal I'm feeding in there. A lot of guys like to do this where they like just feeding it. That works fine too, guys, but when you go to the field, you will have a hard time. You need to learn how to backfeed. Okay guys, so you're gonna do the same thing. Heat it up. Heat it all the way up. And add wire, follow the tungsten. pass on there, 150 amps. But check out the root. As you can see, everything's in there. I had a little heavy spot on top, but you know, the technique worked, guys. You know, for 7ES2. Hopefully this helps you out. This technique works when it comes to 7ES2, but the key into getting a good root is you need to be consistent whenever you feed that wire. Now, some guys like to feed it with their thumb, just pushing it on down. I do it a little bit different. I like to use my wrist. I just push it with my wrist, kind of like if you shoot a free throw. If you're interested in the way I like to feed my wire, I'm gonna link a video right here. I did this video about 2 years ago. Don't forget, guys, if you're interested in the tungsten sharpener, I'm gonna have it in the comments below. 250 to 300 amp Tig Rig, the one that we use today, on there also. And once again, shout out to Walls. As you can see, I used this shirt through the video. I grinded, I welded, I basically did everything with it, and it did great. A little bit of sweat right here, not too bad, but it feels real cool. Shout out to them once again, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.